I did a video on an informal place setting, and then I am now doing a video on the different signals for your fork and your knives to kind of give your host or the waiter or waitress direction. I thought this would be a really good idea to kind of like go back to the basics, because as far as I know, the UK is under a lockdown. Germany's under what they call a soft lockdown, but pretty much a lockdown. I'm not really sure what's going on back home because things are kind of crazy right now. But yeah, we'll kind of do a review of where your place setting should go. This is informal, so if you took cotillion, this is not a formal place setting. And then we'll move on to the different signals. Okay, so your dinner fork goes on your left, your dinner knife goes on your right. For spoons, that also goes on the right hand side. And then you have your dessert spoon and your dessert fork. Your dessert spoon goes on top of your dessert fork. And here's how you can easily remember like where they go. And this is how I was taught. So you have your fork here and your spoon here. You're just gonna drive them up to the top. And there you go. So see, super easy, a great way to remember that. And then your water glass is here, and then you have your wine glass. Water before wine. Okay, so we'll move on to the different signals. This is signal to get started. And then this is signal if you're wanting to take a little break. I've seen it done two ways. This is the way that I've seen it in the US, but this is the way that I was taught. And this is the way that they actually do it in Germany and in France. So maybe it's more of a European way. But I think if you took cotillion in the South, this is the way that we were taught. But again, you know, if you're eating with your family, I'm sure they'll understand what this means. Right, so if you absolutely do not like your meal, I've never used this before because I think it's quite rude. But just for, you know, your information, this is the signal. So if you have your fork here, you put your knife right on that last pawn, and that is for, I did not like that meal at all. I don't quite do that one. But if you're really, really happy with your meal and you want to let your wife know, this is the honey. This was absolutely delicious and you did a fantastic job. Now, if you're doing multiple courses, this is also a way to show you're ready for the next dish. Your fork goes on the bottom and your knife goes on top. So this is just, hey, I'm ready for my next meal. And you have one more that I want to show, and that is when you're done. So this is what I've seen done two ways. I've seen it done together, which is actually how I do it. But I've also seen it done just a little spread apart, just like that. So I think it's an either or situation. I think it looks prettier when it's together. So yeah. All right, so you have your informal place setting, you have your signals. I hope that you guys will make your lockdown a little prettier and a little more fun. All right, thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you next time.